We talked about this near the top of the hour. A federal judge will hear arguments today in a push to block a controversial new immigration law in Texas. It would give any law enforcement officer the authority to make an arrest if they suspect that a person is in the U.S. illegally. And at the center of course, the question, does this violate or support the U.S. Constitution? Constitutional law attorney David Coale joining us this morning to talk about it. Good morning.
Morning. So we start with this. You mentioned the Constitution, Article 1, Section 8. So we all got together. We said we're going to have a Congress. Article 1 says Congress can do these things and has a list.
Yes.
And so the federal government's position in this and all the other cases is this is one of the things. You get one country, you get one immigration policy. And so what does it mean to be on that list is what we now argue about in this kind of case.
And so the Biden administration is suing Texas to get this law stopped before it takes effect. What are the arguments on both sides?
Sure. So to go back to that list of powers, the federal government says immigration policy is one of those, and it can only be one, ever. It has to be exclusively national. The Texas position is, well, no, we're trying to help. We're not trying to write new laws. We're saying that state enforcement officers can enforce basically the exact same thing, just under state law. We're trying to help you. So that's the question. Does it mean to be, when you're on that list, is it exclusive and only the federal government can ever act, or do states get to help out?
So I'm gathering that this is not such a clear-cut case. Maybe, like many legal arguments, there's a lot of gray area.
It seemed clear-cut 10, 15 years ago. Arizona did something similar and tried to have its state officials enforce all manner of immigration laws. The U.S. Supreme Court said, case Arizona against the United States, stop it. There can be only one power when it comes to immigration. But it's been a long time. Justice Kennedy wrote that case. He's long off the court. It's much more conservative now, and there are some novel features of this new law that could lead to a Supreme Court challenge to change the Arizona case.
All right, so you talked about the Supreme Court has a conservative 6-3 majority. So if the Supreme Court sides with Texas, what are the implications there for other states?
Sure. This is a fundamental question. I mean, this is about immigration policy, but it goes back to the bigger issue of what does it mean to be on the list. And if the federal government has exclusive power, that's one thing. If states can go their own way so long as they're helping out, that affects just about everything, where there's interplay between the federal and the state government, highways, you name it. And so a lot of people are watching this very closely for a lot of reasons that have nothing to do with immigration. They want to know what the ground rule is about that list of powers in the first article of our Constitution.
So if Texas fails, does Arizona come back with a tweaked
Some things,
request?
it's like the wind. We were hearing about the weather just now. These things just keep coming. States will always want more power, and the federal government always wants to dispute it. That's why we have these court cases. And right now we have a lot of them because there's a lot of friction between Texas and the U.S. government about these issues of immigration policy.
All right, we'll keep following it. Constitutional law attorney David Coale, appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.